Is Donald Trump's trade war with Canada actually original? Most people think we're living through a new era of protectionism. But if you look at the history books, we've been here before. 136 years ago, a U.S. president used the exact same playbook: massive tariffs, threats of annexation, and a plan to force Canada to become the 51st state. Today, the McKinley-Macdonald trade war is a mirror of 2026. And if history repeats, Canada might be about to do exactly what it did back then: walk away from the U.S. entirely. Enter William McKinley. Before he was president, he was the Napoleon of protection. In 1890, he passed the McKinley Tariff, hiking duties to nearly 50%. But this wasn't just about taxes, it was a covert attack on Canadian sovereignty. The plan? Bankrupt Canada until they begged for annexation. U.S. Secretary of State James G. Blaine was the architect, and he was blunt. He said, "I am opposed to giving Canadians the sentimental satisfaction of waving the British flag while enjoying American markets. They cannot have both." Fast forward to 2026. Donald Trump has called McKinley his hero for years, and the rhetoric is identical. In early 2025, Trump explicitly suggested Canada should become the cherished 51st state to avoid his tariffs. It's the same 19th century logic. McKinley wanted to starve Canada into the Union. Trump is using 100% tariff threats to suggest that Canada ceases to exist as a viable country without him. It's the ultimate fiscal cage. But here is where the playbook fails. When pushed, Canadians get their elbows up. In 1891, Sir John A. Macdonald ran on pure nationalism. His slogan, the old flag, the old policy, the old leader. He won by convincing Canadians the U.S. was a bully. Today, Prime Minister Mark Carney is playing the same hand. In early 2026, he launched a $180 billion defense strategy to end dependency on Washington. His message: the old order is not coming back. Nostalgia is not a strategy. Back then, Canada moved its trade to Britain. Agricultural exports quadrupled in 2 years. Today, Carney is spearheading a middle power pivot to the EU and ASEAN. But here's the biggest irony. In the 1890s, the tariffs actually helped Canada. Since U.S. companies couldn't export across the border, they moved their factories to Canada to keep their customers. This created the branch plant manufacturing boom. In 2026, we're seeing the same shift. U.S. volatility is forcing industries to build on Canadian soil. In 1892, the McKinley strategy failed. The tariffs caused U.S. prices to skyrocket, the GOP was decimated, and McKinley lost his seat. Meanwhile, Canada emerged more independent than ever. Will 2026 be any different? Or is Trump's McKinley strategy about to make Canada a global power for the second time? Let me know in the comments. And if you want the top 3 side-by-side comparisons, check out my latest short.